Hello guys, this is Jason, and I'm showing you neat little tricks I've found on how to beat one of the slots on W Casino. It's more of a percentage thing, because obviously slot machines, it's random luck, but you can increase your odds by knowing where the wheel is, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So the slot we're going to be working with is called Old Downtown. I'm going to go ahead and go to that. I try to choose something less than 10 billion, because it'll sometimes say somebody else has got that machine. I'm just trying to avoid that so I can speed this video up a little bit. You can choose any of the slot machines. They're all the same. Now, what we are trying to pay attention to is the third reel here. Third one on the right. And what we're going for, there's a 3 times, a 9 times, and a 6 times indicator, and they're always in the same spot. And so it takes 3 rolls to come back around, but it's not always precise, as in sometimes it goes a little further, and that's how the slot's designed, so you can't get exactly, you won't land on the same thing every time, honestly. So here's how I do it. I'm going to start off with the minimal bet, and you just keep rolling your minimal bet until you get into a position that I know will have a chance of landing on the 9 times or the 3 times. So here we go. We're going to spin around. There, we just passed up the 9 and 3. So I know that it's 2 more spins to get back around to it. There's 1. Well, sorry, I know there's 3 more, but 2 more, and then you bet. You'll see. Alright, so that's 1. This is 2. Now, I'm not going to bet on this one because it actually rolled too far, and the indicator for me is the 7. So I'm going to go ahead and spin past it. And again. And now the third time, we're going to go ahead and make a bet. This is actually a decent triple bar here. Is a decent location. And there's the 3. So we tripled our money on our big bet here. And now I'm going to go ahead and go back to 9 times. And I know that it takes 3 times around, rotate, to get back to this. But usually it's a little more. So on the third spin, I'm going to pass it. Almost, about 99 times out of 100, you're actually pass it. 100th time you'll land on it. It won't progress further with those spins. But there's 1, there's 2, and there's your 7 is an indicator. Of course, I already knew how it rolled that we'd pass it up. But if you're unsure or you miscount, your 7 is a good indicator that you're not. This right here, this position, this is the first wild past the 3 and the 9 times. This is kind of a little more in depth. You don't have to do this, but it kind of spices things up a little bit, because you can win money just doing the 9 and the 3 times. But this position right here is an actual chance that you'll hit 6 times, which it's not quite as good as the 9 and 3 times, because even though those average to 6, because they're in a relative location where it can land on either one. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and place a bet here. We have a chance for 6 times. And there it is, 6 times. I would say the odds are about probably 1 in 6 that you're actually going to land on the 6 times. But what makes it a value bet is 1 out of 6 times you're going to get your money back, and then sometimes it may hit like a double 7 or a 3 times, 6 times, and you'll be way over your money. So that's why it's a good bet. I'm going to go back to 9,000. We're going to spin here. Because of where we are, I know we're going to be passing it up. And now, this is my ideal spot for the 9 times. It can land on the 3, but it really has to spin around in order to land on the 3 here. And I kind of gauge about how fast it's going to spin, but this right here, the jackpot indicates that it's 2 spins to the 9 and 3 times. So the first spin, you don't make a bet. And now the second spin, we're going to bet large, even though we just hit a 6 times. There it is, guys. 9 times, 3 times wild. Now that happened a little faster than normal. I usually don't hit them that quick, but as you can see, that's a lot of money. That's 15, 16, 17 billion. It's a mega win, and that doesn't happen very often, so don't expect that. But this method right here just kind of shows you, if you follow this method, you're going to win some money. Even if it would have just hit the 9 and not the 3, it would have, you'd have been making your money. And there's times where it doesn't roll on it, and you got to re-roll and come around. But just hang with it, and I promise this method here is going to make you money. So I'm going to go ahead and spin 3 times around, because I know it takes 3 turns to get back to it. This is going to be the second spin, and we bet on the third. Except, usually we bet on the third, except, you see the 7? 7 is an indicator not to bet, because you're going to pass it up. As we did. Now I'm going to go again. And one more time. Have the 7 in the wild, so we didn't really make it far on the wheel. We're almost right where we were, so this is going to spin past it. And now we're at the jackpot. This one is a good indication, like I said earlier, 2 spins and you'll be there. So we're going to spin once. I'm going to go ahead and bet large. And this time we didn't make it, which is good because you guys can kind of see it. But it was right there. So that's 1 spin. If you notice, if you're watching here, we just passed up the jackpot. If it gets small spins, there's a good chance to land on the 9 times. So I'm going to go ahead and spin once. And we're going to see if there's no 7 or wild. So we're in a pretty good location. We're going to go ahead and make a bet. And there's the 3 times. Alright guys, well, I hope this video helped. If it makes you money, or if you like to comment, please do so, and good luck to you.